Okay. First seat against Jack Jack Waisagman and Lazura Chua. 347, 375, 431. Pretty good ratings. And relevantly have played against all of them plenty of times before, and they don't quit, as far as I know. Confidant, the best Ock in this pack. Second pick looks pretty awful from this pack. Unless we find a Freemason Soldier game. Yeah, Bucksaw, Strawberry Patch, Reed Belt are all fine. Bucksaw's probably a little weaker. It's probably just my bias towards Bucksaw kicking in right now. People are being loud on the street. What's new? Sheepwell would be nice to wheel. Reed Belt's probably stronger than Strawberry Patch, and without a veggie source, I should probably not take it yet. Yeah, it is a good table, definitely. Okay, Basket Maker's Wife. Hyper rewarded for the Reed Belt, I think. Wait. There's some stuff going on here. This is a... I like education bonus less with that first pack of Ox being so brutal. I don't like Tree Gardener already having Confidant and Reed Belt, so I think Basket Maker's Wife is probably my pick here. With Turn Rest Plow. Having Confidant, I actually prefer something like Moldboard Plow to Turn Rest. The difference being Moldboard is cheaper, easier to play, and that's really the reasons. I don't mind taking 2 plow actions for 4 fields. Turn Rest Plow, as we explored yesterday, really does a great job with the late game plowsos. Then the question is, do I care enough about blocking Loam Pit off of something? I don't know. Little Stick is definitely worrying to pass, so I could take Little Stick here, but not really feeling it. Yeah, when Basket Maker's Wife gives me good food, I feel like that's... Like, the food boost you can get from this thing at a random time in the game, it could be really useful. Though, I guess Reed is less plentiful with Little Stick and Tree Gardener in the game. But I do already have this Reed Belt. Passing Big House Helpers is worrying. Getting a Carrot Museum is great. Confidant Carrot Museum's just awesome. Just need to find some veggies. There was a Seed Trader. The Ock here is disgustingly bad. Pretty glad I didn't take education bonus at this point. Like, I have thoughts of taking Oven Firing Boy here, but that's probably just wrong. Do I just take Inner District over Consultant here? Not exactly sure what that does, but it lets me do Forest and something. And that sounds better than 2 Sheep. Though 2 Sheep is not the worst thing with Confidant, but it, I don't know, it doesn't sound amazing. I missed some chat here. How high did I rate Plumber Bucksaw? Didn't even think about it. The thing about Bucksaw is that you don't want to, like, throw away your wood too early. Hey, Chris-O. Wheel Plow over Carrot Museum? I mean, Wheel Plow's incredibly strong, in my opinion. But Carrot Museum is possible nonsense. There was a Sheepwalker. Oh, Sheepwalker Carrot Museum you should be taking. Hey, Killzor. You have a feeling this game will be painful. Many games are painful. Oven Firing is wrong. You don't think it's wrong considering how sad that pack was? Oh, I would absolutely take Sheepwalker Carrot Museum there. Okay, good cards here. Yeah, minors at least. I like Lumber Mill a lot, but it's probably not the right play here. Garden Hoe would be more interesting if I didn't have Throwing Axe, Butter Churn, and Lumber Mill to look at. Scythe Worker is probably the right Oct to take here. Master Workman does combo, maybe, with Small Trader from Pack 1. But I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that. Yeah, I guess Master Workman, Small Trader. I don't know if I'm getting Small Trader back. But with Basketmaker's Wife, Major can also be round 3 and I'm happy. Because usually it's like I want Major round 1 or round 4 with a combo piece in order to think about Master Workman. But with Basketmaker's Wife, 2 extra food is also, like, not bad. Interesting. Scythe Worker makes a little too much sense, I think. Garden Hoe rewards are not worth it compared to... I don't think Butter Churn is right. And I might have too many Ox by the time I get extra stone. If I'm remembering packs right, then Small Trader indeed didn't come back. Oh. Well, I don't have a veggie source. Unless I'm misremembering Seed Trader as it being in the next pack. But, sure, am I playing the other stuff? I don't think so. I could just take a Sheepwell. Drinking Trough is mildly interesting, but not interesting enough. Okay. I'm gonna risk sending my game into oblivion. Let's go. If you have a great veggie source with Carrot Museum immediately, take the Carrot Museum. That's my MO. There's always exceptions, but, like, hard to ignore that. Killzor getting hype over Bean Counter, I missed that. Oh, I misremembered Small Trader. Interesting. Stallholder looks more interesting too, but I really don't have the wood for that. What am I doing here? What the heck am I doing here? Yeah, sorry, we're not bean counting. It's not happening. Again. Big surprise. So the Ox are, like, pretty meh, but they're not, like, the absolute worst. Alright, this is pretty non-bowy, but I'm just gonna take the perspective that it's giving me alternate paths to playing the game, rather than trying to fit it all in at once. The miner here... I mean, these things cost food. The reeds are food. I'm almost certainly playing Basket Maker's Wife at some point. So, I guess... What? I don't know the excuse for horse-drawn boat coming around. I would have been okay with plant fertilizer. Like, that's not a terrible pick, but for 7th. Sowing Director definitely is with Confidant, though. So... I don't think I'm cubing. This could be an emergency 1-point move last harvest, but... Carrot Museum, not looking too impressive here. Scythe Worker, Stallholder, Turn Rest Plow, that could be something. Late Confidant. Great Miners, Weak Ox. Hey CW! Big fan. We're back to that. I'm forgiven for the beans because I have Soldier. Well, sadly for the Soldier, I have no carrots to plant into a museum. Hey look, I didn't get a second chance to pick bean counter, or else I would have considered... No, I wouldn't have. I forgot I was first seat. No one's playing 3 Ox, yeah. I mean, I'm playing 3 Ox. Master Workman coming out with Sow in the 1. 1 in 3 chance for Major Minor to be round 2 and to be sad. Soldiers need carrots, so true. Okay, there is an informant in this draft. Glad I got to pick cards of informant quality. Yep. I could start Reed Belt, but I think I want to save the Reed Belt start action for a little while longer and just get closer to room parts here. If Carrot dies, I won't be sad. Throwing Axe wants to be played at a similar time and might actually do good stuff for my game. So I think Carrot is probably just off the team, and I'd rather Scythe Worker Stallholder. And I'm fine with that. Start player Woodrake. I mean, you need that Reedstone, so... 3-wood Plow for Wysogman is interesting. Actually, you really want Major round 4 because I have the Basket Maker's Wife. Anyway. Reedstone, the obvious move there. I think I'm just playing free Basket Maker's Wife here. Though 2 Reed is definitely fine. Actually, let me just take the 2 Reed. Why, Sogman with the big country. Yep. Dr. Bois conjecturing quickly that, yeah, no. Big country would be something, though. Jock's not afraid to Ock first move here. Uh-huh. Fair draft. This draft was super fair. The fairest draft you've ever seen. Alright. Time to prove to these chumps that I'm just a better player than all of them and win anyway. That's totally how this is gonna go. Definitely expecting Wysogman to have taken a bricklayer and passed Field Watchman or Informant. Late Major. How am I going to win this game? Plumber incoming, by the way. First seat tax. Bucksaw. Look, if you want to throw away your room parts with little stick, I'm for it. Okay, I do want to start with Reed Belt next round. Plumber didn't get played. And I am going to get Ock here. I thought about Interdistrict, but I think that just asks to get Forest taken. The Clay suggests no bricklayer. No backseating plays. They could just be wanting a hearth. Did I consider Cube Cutter for room parts? I did not. Thanks for the question, CW. Lazuratoire with room parts, but I think... this is a... It's a bit of a stretch to say that they won't build a room here. They could definitely build a room, especially if there's like a corn scoop I didn't see. Food field was a reasonable move round 2. They could also have lumber mill. Alright, tree gardener coming out. That's my biggest fan. Yeah, Thrall. Feel free to propose some alternate explanation to the possibility that CW Gordon 7 is my biggest fan. Uh, I'm all ears. Well, there's also the interesting world where I just have access to 6 wood. Okay, it is a build. I'll start with Reed Belt and take 6 wood. It does mean I'm not double building immediately because I will be down to 3 Reed after I eat Reed and get the Reed Belt one, but that's okay. I'm just trying to navigate as best I can here. What growth do we want? I don't know, it all seems bad. Everything seems bad. Round 9? No, we definitely don't want round 9 grow. We do not want round 9 grow. I think it's round 5 that we want. I mean, I'd be surprised if starving happens. Cirrus? Little Peasant? Oh, Little Peasant would be fun. And dumb. As usual. First action grow here. It's a little interesting. It's not Lumbermill. Why did you first action grow? Okay. I think I want Jock to have to take sheep pretty soon. So I'm like doing that now. This might get me 4 wood to open next round. Is what I'm thinking. And then I can grow turn rest plow. Butter churn is 3 Akmax. No love for big peasant. No love for full peasant. So, Stables has a lot of downsides, but if I look at my feeding plan, which I do need to prioritize, what is it? Tell me what my feeding plan is. Also, Wysogman having clay supports suggests that they'll lean into it. I thought they were going to take clay. Stone Carver. Second pick. Okay, clay, sure. Threw away 8 wood just to style on the opponents. That's definitely what I did. Yo!
Feeding engine hope.
The best feeding engine of all time, Hope. CW, thank you so much for the tier 1 and the 18 months. I feel more inclined to believe that you might actually be my biggest fan. Yes. Hearth, disrupt little stick. Okay, obviously my food is not set for this harvest, but having read options is definitely good. Ed bonus? Okay. There is going to be a big pile of clay, and I might just be letting it be a big pile of clay. All the strategies for my opponents make no sense. I think Lazurachua's game makes plenty of sense. Why 4 wood over 6 clay for me? Oh, I wanted turn rest plow down, and I'm feeding with stallholder. Starting stage 4. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Wah. I mean, I built these stables. I'm not stallholdering. 3 reed might get to me? No. Wysogman has to... No, Wysogman's growing, because Jock is building first action, hoping to get sheep. Ooh, okay, well, I have to hope Lazurachua takes 2 sheep, which does actually look pretty reasonable. If this goes grow 2 sheep, 3 reed, I'm just in great shape here. Teal has now Field Watchman twice. Okay, okay. We're surviving. I don't know about thriving. I would very much hesitate to say that I'm thriving, but I might be just going plow grain here. 3 reed is a steal, though. The fact that I can just munch on my reed instead of letting people build rooms with it is just fantastic. Plumber's over there! Okay. Reedstone. I was hoping for it, but... I did also say 2 other things I could easily do. It's just me and Lazurichois here. Lazurichois can eat a sheep and be fed. They probably want grain. And I'm just looking at the wood, thinking I should take the wood. So what we do is we plow here. What's my arrangement say? Do it here or here. They're pretty equivalent. Sowing here is not bad, actually. Okay. Yeah, I might sow here. Though, start throwing axe and hope for pigs to flip and take grove is also quite a good line. That's probably actually the one I should still do. Sowing. Sewing lets me think about Confidant. Actually, no, either way lets me think about Confidant for... Okay, hold on. I think Scythe makes Sewing worth it here. God, I want to play Throwing Axe, but Vincent, reward me with Veggie coming out. Please. Teal took 2 sheep instead of grain plow sow to get in the way of purple growing. We don't want to let purple get food and grow in the same action with a little stick knitter. Confidant blackmailing people? That's a good thematic question, CW. I haven't thought about this. It gave advantage to me most, maybe, but it gave the advantage to everyone except purple, also. It is pig. Risky throwing axe line would have worked. And Kandinsky, if you really think that people are throwing to me, there's always an emote for that. Luminous Illuminati. Why I didn't want to take 3 wood and grow this round? I didn't even consider it. Also, Informant had room parts, but I didn't look at the full line. I guess Informant wouldn't have had room parts if I took 3 wood. No, I didn't even consider it. I want to be eating my reed. My sense is that I don't have enough of it. If that ends up wrong, well, that's my fault, but... I was thinking of getting Confidant going as early as this round, and I definitely wouldn't have enough food for that without, or while building a room. Illuminati's not the only reason, right? Confidant. Jock opting to grow with sheep rather than grow with miner. Also prevents Lizurachois from growing this round. Lizurachois opted for 3 stone, which is reasonable with informant and not having food totally figured out yet. I don't know why Sogman has been doing necessarily. I mean, they did build a wood room instead of falling into the trap of relying on clay supports only. But they also didn't prioritize reed enough when I was basket maker's wifing. And they do reed stone here. Okay, I think I'm playing Confidant with my next move. And then possibly start throwing axe right after. Start Horseboat is possible, but I think... throwing axe is probably better. I do need to play Stallholder next round, but it'll be in time. It will be in time. You can use it to feed. Why, Sogman taking more clay. That is a lot of rooms incoming. Lizurachois does build. I could start for 3 wood, 2 food. Sure. Red tilted for 2 rounds when they saw Plumber didn't make it to them, yeah. Hey, Sashin statues. I see a medium/long-sized question, and I apologize that I need to be focusing on my current set of decisions. Okay, would I say going for Renovate to Stone with Stage 1 and Trowel and Manservant? So... that's a very early Manservant, which is worth quite a lot, but I would definitely need more than a Manservant in a way to grow not super duper late, or a gigantic stack of stone bonuses. So... on top of Manservant. So having a Scholar to play the Manservant, I would prefer. Having a Plow Driver to play in the mid-game would make it worthy, but you don't want to fall into the trap of having 2 people, a ton of food, and nowhere to spend the food. Okay. As much as I said Stallholder, I really don't need it, right? I need Stallholder. I don't need the 5 food. Sorry, I split off from my brain for a sec. Thinking of plowing. What's funny is I don't want to be fencing my stables if I Confidant fence. So these Confidants are really just sowing. It's too late for Carrot Museum. Carrot Museum is gone. I think I just play the Stallholder here and I'm fine. Because I can take veg, I can plow. Are there breakpoints on Confidant? It's just like the time window you have it. I think I'm just sowing 3 times with Confidant. Yeah, I mean, usually the more actions you can buy for a food, the better. It's just a really great conversion to get an action for a food. Chris, so post that again at the end of the game. I have no time for that right now. Hardware store? Holy cow, dude. I think I just plow here. I don't even know if I'm fighting for any specific position here. People are growing all over the place. I can try to wood starve informant, but traveling almost seemed worth it to deny food. It's on my radar. I'm not seeing people's food be quite bad enough for that right now. Because you never know when crap is going to show up, like a trident. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, you have to go. Okay. No guarantees, I remember. Also, Datch had the coolest confidant of all time. Most confidants are very cool. Got it, Dr. Wah. Sure. Sounds good. Oh, Hedgekeeper? Yeah, Hedgekeeper. Absolutely. Stable hand, too. Definitely good with Confidant. Confidant unlocks some otherwise questionable cards. Wee. Also, I might have enough food this game. There was a stable hand, too. I had a feeling. I think I'm actually fencing with this Confidant. Because I don't think it hurts to fence 7 here. I think I get one of the wood stacks. If you thought this wasn't a 3-room game, you're wrong. My Sogman is going to take wood first. Okay, so maybe the wood stack I'm getting is not as good as I thought. I think it's probably still worth taking, though. I mean, it's only 2 wood, 2 food. Other things I want to take are veg. Should I be stall holding this round? Or should I get my stupid stuff into the ground? I think I should get my stupid stuff into the ground. Horse-drawn boat was better than throwing axe. It's possible. Yeah, very possible. Okay, this is the part where I need to count crops to confidant so correctly, and I don't want to count right now, but I need to. Can I take a veg and sow a veg? I guess if not, what am I doing otherwise? Well, I'm still taking a veg, I think. The sow is the question. I think I probably should sow it. This is the round I'm skipping stallholder, but I think I'm good to go for the rest of the game stallholdering now, is my well, gut/calculation. It's not a full calculation, honestly. Yeah, my point ceiling is an issue. If Lazurichua finds enough fences, I don't know how I'm beating them. No, I need fields. Alright, hoping to pick up animals. I don't know what I would do with stone. I guess there's a sheep well in my hand. And a soldier in my hand. I can't even say it with a straight face. Alright, alright, last chance to rethink this. Screw it. Yeah, plumber, small trader with major minor in round 4 is good. Oh, okay. They were taking pigs first. People seem hungry. 2 sheep's not a glorious action. I do want to start player, but I also want to greed out sheep well. Okay, I'm fine going second. Sleeping corner. I'm extra fine going second. Six clay looks incredibly reasonable here. Oh, gosh. I'll just wheel it. I think this is Reno Stone Oven. Oh, just kidding. It's a first pick moldboard plow. Miner does make sense for small trader reasons. Wysogman has taken cow and fishing for 4 food this round. Famous last words? Do you think Lazuritra is going to take it with an informant? Like, I think I'm fine here. Easy, easy call. Just declare that you're gonna wheel stuff. I mean, look, you do have to do some analysis. Sometimes declaring will just work, though. Sometimes it'll just work. I was going to try to declare I was going to get 4 wood, but it's kind of dumb to declare, I guess. We have a so bake here. Yeah, these are slightly questionable food moves. Not fully questionable, but like a little. We're about to hit round 12. Feels pretty quick for an early growth game. I've just been kind of chilling on the sides. Let's see, there are 4 renovations, or there's 5 renovations desired, 4 spaces on the board, and a plumber, so I think there's enough time for everyone to renovate. What am I opening here if it's cultivation coming out? I think Lazuritra takes 3 wood in almost every world here. So we just hope that it's urgent. And I am sowing grain on Confidant. We're getting places, apparently. This is going well. I don't want to speak too soon. I'm definitely fed for the rest of the game. Okay, I have Sheepwell, I have Renovation. I probably want to Pottery. Well, Clay Oven fits really nicely for resources, just for points. And it means I won't have to take another stone move for... Stone Oven coming here is a little unexpected. I thought Jock Jock would take it, but it does fall to Lazurachois, which is great for them. Starting for Urgent again is, like, reasonable and would be okay. Oh, actually, that's probably what I should be doing, is starting Sheepwell, so I don't actually want to save stone for Reno that badly. So I could take Pottery if I think there's a big clay move available late in the game, which backfired yesterday. It can't backfire that many times, right? But I'm going to save Sheepwell for next round for the round 14 Plowsow. Is that really worth it? I don't know. I'll save Sheepwell for now. And maybe I'll Reno with it if... I don't know. I'm giving myself, I think, the best set of options this way. One cow looks fine last move here. X-Clan JF wheel it. Indeed. Like, the dream is that my opponents are too busy farming to take start player. But I don't think, like, a 5th action does me a ton of stuff. The points are definitely valuable. And I think everyone gets to grow to 5, as long as Sleeping Corner gets used once. So I don't need to rush that extra action. %, yeah. I mean, this Confidant has been... Whew. Jock Jock starting with 3-field rotation. Would not be surprised to see Farmland first action. Wysogman's gonna fence. Reasonable. Wysogman needs, a room and a Reno to get luxurious hostile points. I was afraid of, like, a Roof Baluster or something, but the 3 stone grab implies they might not have that. Positions like these... Yeah, why? Okay. There's a Mason first pick. Most fair draft I've ever seen. I do get uncontested Urgent Wish at the end of round 13, though, which is pretty great. We have a Basket Weaver in the same draft as Basket Maker's wife. Basket Weaver and Stonecarver are the first 2 picks for Wysogman, and for some reason Lazurachois has an Informant and a Field Watchman. Makes me think I must have forgotten Stonecarver. Because what I just said doesn't make enough sense to be real. So, definitely know a couple of my plans for this round. This is a fun Reno here. I mean, buying joinery is decidedly not fun. Yeah, I'm with you, Thrall. Let's call it something else. Alright, Lazura Chua can go last. That's what you get for letting me Urgent Wish in round 12. Doesn't quite seem fair, does it? Okay, do I get a wood action? Do I get a cow action? Do I get enough ceiling this game? This is my reward for having bad ox. I'd like to think that, but I don't know. People sleeping on Stallholder. So I was set on plow sowing, but if I take wood, do I get the cow back? If I take cow, do I get the wood back? This is kind of an important sequence here. The food on throwing axe admittedly does not matter very much. Whereas wood definitely adds to my point floor nicely. I mean, I think the answer has to be I never get the cow back, and I get the wood back. I don't know the percentage. Between 30 and 60. Because Jock's definitely taking 3 wood, unless I have the wrong read. Okay, well. Sure. I had the wrong read. You know what other card people sleep on? Napper? Definitely Napper. Gotta open up the growth queue? Check. I am getting both wood spots coming back. This game has been a little generous. Sounds like I'm sleeping on Napper. You bet I am. I will keep sleeping on it. Jock has food problems. This has been Captain Obvious, signing out. If Lazura doesn't get a sow, they don't get these 2 points. Also, where's their floor? Under the house. Hey, Gonzo. I invite you to look at the cards, and then look at the scores, and then ask questions. I mean, I've gotten plenty of breaks this game. That's a... My draft seat is so bad! This is incredible! God, my last round is so good. Cultivation, clay, fences. There's no 3 stone, so Reno Dreams can go die, and that's totally fine. Look, I might be playing Cube Cutter as emergency 1-point action. That's not out of the question. Alright, I already decided on the aesthetics. I think this is the clear choice. Let's do this now. Not that the 4 extra food's actually gonna matter, but... You like veg in opposite corners. What the heck, Rainier? What the heck? That's the most disappointing thing I've heard all day. Ban Rainier? I'm not far off. Joshua with a so here, that's great news. Lazuratrois won't be getting Woodrake. Smiley face. Look, we also have to care about how it looks after I scythe in the last harvest, okay? It's not just what it looks like now. We also care what it looks like at the end of the game. Anyone else getting deja vu right now? What the heck? Okay. Do I need defense? Probably is the answer. Surely we should use Excel coordinates here. Yeah. Chess coordinates. Yeah, no, this is not a chess coordinates stream. I'm sorry, Dr. Bois, and to all the chess fans. This is definitely an Excel coordinates stream. Kung-Ming is absolutely correct. Okay, so what are my options here? If I can get 2-point actions in Clay and Pig, then I'm just going to do that. There is this stretch for Reno option, but that's 3 moves for 3 points because I didn't dare to try to get Reno Fence. Getting Pig back is nice. I feel like there has been some conceding in just letting me have good actions, but I don't know for sure. I guess I still don't understand the 6 Clay, so. Hilariously, that means C1 and C3. Oh yeah, Excel and Chess are in harmony for columns, and then if you've got some vertical symmetry, yeah. No Clay Oven for Teal is rough. Is that what they were hoping for? That's probably what they were hoping for. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. I had mentally wrapped this one up in my brain as a dub, which it does seem like we're on the path to easily here. Sheep is a point. Clay is the more important point. Well, it's worth more points. And I'm not going to worry about sequencing for an extra point here, even though I might get away with it. Actually, no, we have the cube cutter point, which is way more hilarious. So. Nice not really feeling that wood pressure in the late game. It's because I cared about food early enough. Also, Confidant's just amazing. Really made Confidant work great here. Yeah, thanks, Thrall. Alright. Sheep is the more principled move to take last here, if it's available. But if we can play Cube Cutter, like, I have enough food to expensive Cube Cutter, which I guess wouldn't be possible if I waited to stall hold. A Reno Muckrake or something? Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah. I know the Cube Cutter, but I'm not afraid of any particular Ock. It doesn't really matter. Your mainlining one-wood actions, yeah, can be rough sometimes. How do I pull this score with these Ox? Luminous 3 rooms. Luminous Illuminati. Those are the main guesses. Alright, I think this is just a 1 point. Unless Muddy Puddles. If it is Muddy Puddles, then I didn't know about it. Muddy Puddles would be huge here for them. That is not Muddy Puddles. That is a food. 3 beans this round alone. Oh, am I past? No, I'm still harvesting the scythe worker. Lazurchois saying surprising endgame. Do they win with 2 points and 4 food more? Maybe they get to do some other stuff? I don't know. But I think going first in the last round was incredibly important here. Because, yeah, the tempo on the important actions to put my closest competitor in 4th seat in the last round is just too important. This exemplifies Sivier's Rule 9, set up good late actions by doing things nobody else is. If you can have the foresight to do that, that's great. Early growth games can work this way if you're choosing to go 3 rooms, but you have to hope no one else goes 3 rooms. And I guess this was a good situation for it. Admittedly, I wasn't thinking in those terms. I was more thinking the only game I have here is farming and stallholder. But yeah, beautiful stallholder. 5 points, 25 food, still maxed grain. Are you missing 5 on stallholder, KLJ? Thanks, Erwin. No, this one felt good. What are you missing? Okay, so 3 plus 15 is 18, 22, 26, 30, 34, 35, 36. Are you missing empties? 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 I figured it out. KLJ made a really great Luminous empty joke. And I missed it. Paul was right on it, though. Paul figured it out. Like the determination. Ace Spade, I was just saying stuff. I was just BSing at that point. I didn't think I actually would do it. Wow, 54. I mean, getting urgent at no charge in round 12 was a gift. Lazura asking what the Ock picks were from Wysogman. I'm not going to ask about the first Ock. I'm going to ask about all the Ocks. My gosh. We need to look at this one. Yeah, 10 points clear was not the expectation based on... what am I even looking at? I'm clicking random buttons. Okay, Mason. Yeah, we knew that. Very fair. Field Watchman, first pick. It usually does get first picked. Okay. Okay. Yep. I mean, if it's a first pick Field Watchman, it's the second pick Informant. Okay, Clay Hut Builder, I can... You know, I'm going to say I can understand it. You have clay supports. Sure. You can pick a Clay Hut Builder over a hay dryer. That is not the most offensive thing ever. It's, like, honestly, totally reasonable. I will accept that reason for a third pick Haydryer. Basket Weaver over Informant is probably losing a lot of value. Why is Hardware Store third pick? Trident. Apparently, I'm not the only one who sleeps on Hardware Store. Overvaluing plows. Is it really overvalued? I don't actually know. It might be okay to pick Moldboard Plow for a Mason game. More efficiency with your farming when you have more efficiency with your house already. It makes sense sometimes. Trident for food emergencies is great on a big house, but you know what's also great with a big house is Hardware Store. This was the pack that... Wait, Carrot Museum. Lazurchwa picked Sleeping Corner with their Field Watchman. Yeah, sure. And Clay Supports. Okay, so the Miners went Clay Supports, Sleeping Corner, Carrot. Okay. Lazurchwa drafted the Stuff of Dreams, yeah. Jock should have Hardware, that's possible too. You overvalue plows? Yeah, I mean, don't underestimate just, like, spending a stage 1 action plowing. Because the tempo really builds. Because, like, once you get that first field, it's a lot easier to step in and get that second field. And then at that point, you have 2 fields and other people don't have fields. And you're like, let me step on fields a little more. It really snowballs in a mental sense. At least it does to me. Oh, you know what I passed to is Lone Pit. Lone Pit disappeared. Into the Clay House Builder. Wow, wow, wow. This game could have gone very differently. Alright, so let's talk a little more about the Informant thing, because I think one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that Clay Supports wants you to hold Clay. Informant says don't hold Clay. Informant with 4 rounds less than usual while you're holding Clay to build with is fine. You should still do that. Okay, I've said my piece. Wow. I really won this by 10 with this hand differential. That feels good. That feels really good. I did end up having enough grain to sow my vegetable in stage 4, so good job, Gut Instincts, on getting there. Informant only 8 or 9 wood is bad and you should not do it. Pass it to me. Exactly. Exactly. Respect the stall holder. Stall holder game plans are great. I'm super glad I didn't try to carrot. Basket Maker's wife for food tempo early, taking away room parts earlier. I think that actually did quite a bit without counting, because yeah. Throwing axe versus horse boat. Not a big difference. I probably end up with more sheep points. Though, how many more sheep points can I get? And 1 less fence point, because I'm fencing 6 and 5 instead of 7 and 5. stallholder hard to play. So there's a huge thing with crop payouts, and that's that you have to have enough discipline to get enough crops into the ground before paying your crops out. And I mean, it's a mistake that people just make over and over again. If you ever see Gray in chat saying baited, it's probably about throwing stuff away before multiplying it. Stealing read off the board against early grow when you want 3 rooms is good, yes. I'm not quite sure it was perfect this game, because clay supports reduced the amount it needed, but I probably slowed down Jock Jock. Not sure I needed to, but yeah. Lazurichwa was in an interesting spot where a lot of their hand said do 3 rooms. I probably would have done 3 rooms with their hand, but the temptation to grow again is extremely strong. But I think they just get fences up and haydryer up way faster by sticking on 3 rooms. The butter churn and the hearth make a ton of sense knowing haydryer is waiting. But yeah, I feel like they tried to do a little too much here. I mean, if you're ever going to try to do too much, having amazing cards is the way to try. What a hand. I wonder why they played Field Watchman when they did. I'm not actually sure they needed to play it until after growing on an informant plan, but hindsight 2020 on that one, and if stage 1 actions look bad, then yeah. Yeah, imagine going through this draft thinking these are some underwhelming Ox. Okay, that's a satisfying way to end the week. Thanks everyone for watching. Glad I could bring a really solid game here. Don't really see anyone to raid, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Take care everyone, have a great rest of your Friday and weekend. I will catch you all sometime next week or whenever you can tune back in. Bye!